Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Morristown High School for tonight's matchup between the Morristown Yellow Jackets and our North Decatur Chargers. Alongside the Hall of Famer Gary Cook, I'm Tyler Johnson, third member of our crew, and cameraman, Mr. Jaden Lawrence. And, Coach, opportunity for the Chargers here on a Friday night to earn a nice conference road win.
Yeah, just like a lot of them, it won't be easy. Morristown comes in tonight 7-6. They're led by third-year head coach Corey Krieger. They kind of got a slow start at the beginning of the season, but they've won 6 of their last 8, so they're playing a little bit better basketball. And their last 2 wins were last weekend, a 56-41 victory over the Knightstown Panthers, which the Chargers will have here in a couple weeks. And then also on Saturday night, they had a 54-49 victory at Traders Point Christian. They are led in scoring by 5'10 sophomore, number 24, Kellen Krim. He's one of many of the Krim brothers that have played here over the last 6 or 8 years, and he's averaging 15.7 from the field. Second leading scorer, 6'3 senior, number 55, Colin Keiniger. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's averaging 10.3 points per game. And then 5'10 senior, number 23, Braden Keithley, is averaging 9.7. Their best three-point shooters, a young man by the name of Dalton McMichael, 6-foot junior, number 25. He's shooting 41% from the three-point line, which is pretty good. As a team, they average 49.6 points per game, which is just a shade less than the Chargers, and they're giving up 51.2 points per game. So 2 teams that are very similar as far as the points they score and give up. Yellow Jackets are turning the ball over 13.2 times per game. I talked to Coach Metz a little earlier today and asked him what some keys were. He said he was 99.9% sure that Morristown would play a zone against them. So he said they have to be able to attack their zone and get a balance of perimeter and inside shots. And then the most important thing, which we overlook a lot of times, got to make the shots. I know he's talked about some games here in the past two or 3 weeks where the Chargers haven't shot the ball real well. And so I think that's important to come out, not only to score from the perimeter, but also score inside. And the last thing he mentioned was he felt like we might have an advantage on the board, so really doing a good job of attacking the offensive boards to try to get some second chance points. So if we can do those things or do them relatively well, we got a good shot tonight, I think.
Yeah, the Chargers in action for the first time this week. Their last game was against Lawrenceburg at home. And, Coach, I know we weren't together necessarily during the broadcast, but I was doing the public address announcements. I thought that was probably one of our stronger second halves of the game or of the season against a very physical Lawrenceburg team.
I would agree. I know Coach Saul and I talked about it a little bit. It was almost like it took us a half to adjust to their physical play, their quickness, their athleticism. And once we finally did, I think we were down, 17 maybe at halftime and got it down to 7.
Yeah.
Ended up getting to 12. So, yeah, I would agree with you. I think that was one of our best second halves.
Again, the Chargers looking this evening for the conference win. The Chargers are really in a battle for second place. Hauser is the leader that's out in front of the pack in the Mid-Hoosier Conference, and we kind of expected that coming into the season. I'm trying to upload our conference standings here, Coach, but our internet here is a little dicey. But why don't, Coach, you got a moment? Let's go through some of our sponsors here and give them some recognition here before we get started.
Well, we can do that. Our pregame sponsor is Hillbilly Corner, is a family-owned farmers market located on Highway 46, just past Forest Hill and before Pumphrey's Hill to the left. It's a bright, I guess when they say left, I guess that would depend on which way you're going, right?
That's right, yeah. Maybe it's from North Decatur.
Yeah, it's a bright red building. You can't miss. Hours are Tuesday through Saturday, or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Halftime sponsor is Stone's Farm Service. Taft Furniture is our post-game sponsor. Other sponsors, Gill and Howe Funeral Home. Acre Automotive, Decatur County Recycling, Byrite Auto, Walters Tire, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, H&R Block. Malone Staffing will be our first quarter sponsor. Decatur County Memorial Hospital, second quarter. Napoleon State Bank, the third quarter. And Russ Hubler Ford, our fourth quarter. We appreciate all of those sponsors helping us to bring this game to those people who weren't able to attend tonight.
And tonight's uniforms. We need a uniform sponsor, Coach. Maybe there's somebody in town that works with uniforms. Like, what is the Cintas is always a uniform sponsor. I don't know if we have Cintas
maybe
around.
We could get Game Plan or
that'd be great.
Or
we talk about
Rivera's, or we got all kinds of.
That would be great. That would be great to have a uniform sponsor. But obviously, Morristown in their home white uniforms, black numbers, and yellow or gold trim. Chargers traditional reds. No alternate uniforms this evening. They are in white numbers and blue trim. And again, we are kind of perched here in the corner of the Beehive or Honeycomb, whatever they call it, here at Morristown. That Mid-Hoosier Conference look in at the conference standings. Hauser is 3-0. Southwestern 1-0. They've only played one to this point, have the Spartans. Again, North Decatur 2-1 in a tie for third with Waldron. And again, you never know, Coach. Team might have an off night, so one loss could potentially have some benefit to it as we go down the stretch. But again, as we know, Hauser has definitely been the team so far to outpace in the Mid-Hoosier Conference. Well, we're about a minute away here, and we'll get you those starting lineups. We'll go through some commercials and then bring you the rest of tonight's action between the Chargers and the Yellow Jackets here from Morristown High School. Stick with us. You're listening to Charger Basketball here on WTRE Sports.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Byrite Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Byrite Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Byrite Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back to Morristown High School, where we're getting ready for our starting lineups between the Yellow Jackets, the home Yellow Jackets, and the Chargers tonight. I'd like to thank again Hillbilly Corner for being our pregame sponsor. Hillbilly Corner offers deli meat and cheese, sandwiches, and the best super premium ice cream, along with a daily lunch combo deal at a great price. Pick up your fresh produce and loads of other items. Stop in and check them out. Hillbilly Corner, a little bit of everything at the bottom of the hill. Looks like we're ready for our Charger starting lineup, which is the same one that we've been accustomed to. I guess we do have one change. I see Cooper Palmer in our starting lineup tonight instead of Owen Eldridge. So Coach trying a little something different there.
Coach, I do have the starters for the Yellow Jackets. Number 3, Owen Renzel, 6'1" junior. He plays guard. Number 23, Braden Keithley, a 5'10" senior, also a guard. Another guard for the Yellow Jackets, number 24, Kellen Krim, 5'10" sophomore. Jacob Hawk, number 33, is a 5'9" senior guard. And then number 55, Colin Kenning. How do you say that, Coach? Kenninger?
Keininger, I would say.
Keininger is a 6'3" senior in the forward position. So the Jackets not quite as tall as some of the teams we played, so definitely an opportunity here maybe for the Chargers to exploit that with Maurer and company in the post. Chargers and the Yellow Jackets here in a Mid-Hoosier Conference tilt. And Coach, you would know better than I know one of the officials, Mr. Ryan Berkemeyer. The other two, I have
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Yeah, the one on the right of our camera view looks familiar, but I don't know him.
All right, Morristown controls the tip with Renzel up top. Over dribbling is Hawk. Chargers will open up here in man-to-man. Morristown here, the first possession of the game. Keininger thought he traveled, got away with it. Puts up a tough shot and scores right in front of Maurer, and the Jackets go up 2-0.
Yeah, we were a little soft there.
Rennekamp brings it across, and the Chargers get set up in the half-court offense. Palmer with it at the elbow, gives it off. Rennekamp dribbles to his left, loses it out of bounds, and an early turnover for the Chargers. Coach, this print is small.
Yes, it is.
I need some glasses here. And I hate to say that, but Hawk brings it across here for Morristown, initiating the offense. Morristown up early, 2-0. Keithley to the hole, puts it up, scores. 2 quick points, or two quick baskets in the point, or in the paint.
We didn't provide much resistance on either one of those buckets. We just let them get clear into the paint on both of those shots.
Chargers trail 4-0 early. Palmer up top with a basketball. Rennekamp on the right wing. Morris out near the center logo. In the lane. Palmer, tough shot, puts it up and scores right in the face of Renzel.
Good drive there by Cooper Palmer. Just took it right at the bucket and finished.
Hawk the other way. And that's Krim with the ball now. Morristown with the side stripes, black and gold. And it's a steal. The other way. Here comes Palmer in the lane. Morris got fouled, and he'll go to the line. Hopefully he's okay. Looked like he was holding his leg there, and he is a little ginger to get up, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Like that foul was on a Hawk. That's his first.
So Mason Morris goes to the line. First free throw attempt for the Chargers tonight. They trail 4-2 here in the first quarter. Mason's first shot is up and good.
That's one of those Buy Right Auto free throws, our free throw sponsor. I think I forgot to mention those in the, along with Scheidler Brothers Paint as being our Points in the Paint sponsor. So my apology to both of them.
1 for 2 is Morris on that one. The ball was tipped, though, by Maurer in the backcourt, and the Chargers retain possession. Headsy play there by Maurer to get in there, and then he turns it over, trying to find Odell. The other way, here's Morristown in the lane. Tough shot by Krim is no good. And other way, Maurer finds Morris. Quick bucket. He puts it up and scores.
Good outlet by Brady Maurer there to get the ball down to Mason Morris.
And we got offensive foul. Colin Keininger took the charge, or nailed with the charge. Brady Maurer got in there, got set up. And the Chargers get the ball back. I thought he took plenty of contact. Morristown faithful wanted a charge, but
I'm already not a big fan of this bar that we're having to look over on the railing.
about ready to stand up. Entry pass to the post, almost lost, but saved by Maurer. Into the hands of Rennekamp, and a toilet bowl shot went all the way around, then popped out.
It really.
Morristown the other way, a tough shot and one. Keithley makes the basket. Kind of an unorthodox shot. Going to the hoop. They nailed that one on, Coach.
That was on Logan Odell. That's his first, team's first.
Morristown up 6-5. Early going. Free throw up, no good. Tipped around, though. Rebound by the Yellow Jackets. And Hawk brings it across, brings it up top to reset the offense. Morristown leads by 1. Keithley in the lane, cut off by Palmer. Up top now, dribbling is Krim to the hole. Another shot in the lane.
Nice little floater there by Kellen Krim. Yellow Jackets up 8-5 here with 4:57 to go here in our Malone Staffing first quarter.
Chargers with just one three-point attempt to this point. And on cue, Maurer for three. It's no good. Rebounded out of there by the big man from Morristown. That's Keininger almost lost the ball. They retain the possession. In the lane, Hawk with it. Tries to find the cutter, can't. Morristown leads 8-5. Here's a three-pointer, number 24. That's no good. Krim was off on the shot. Rennekamp brings it across for the Chargers, trailing by 3. Maurer in front of the Morristown bench puts it up. Another one no good. Ball tipped around and out of there by Rinsel. Maurer almost got it back. Hawk with it. Morristown, again, Coach, early on, they've been trying to attack that paint and have been successful. Another drive to the bucket. It's no good. Maurer comes down with it. Rennekamp in transition. Odell, he puts it up. And we've got a block this time on Hawk as Odell goes to the line.
That's on Hawk. That'll be his second. Yep, that's his second, team's third. So Logan Odell to go to the line to shoot a couple of those by right auto free throws.
The left-handed Odell puts it up. No good.
Boy.
This rim's a little hard down here.
It must be something. We've had 4 or 5 shots just rattle in and out.
Looks like Jones checks in for the Chargers. His first action of the night. Second one up is good. It's pure. The Chargers now trail 8-6. Looks like we're going to have a little pressure here, but we back off into the half court. Up top, Rinsel gives it off. Keininger lines up a 3, and he hits it. Maurer just, maybe that wasn't in the scouting report, but Keininger lined up, and he was pure from 3.
You know, we've talked about things like that before with the girls. Scout a team, and they you never see them even attempt a 3, let alone make one. And Keininger eyed it and fired it up there.
Here's a nice little 15-footer. It's good by Rennekamp. And that's good to see him in the early going, getting some action on the offensive end. Yellow Jackets the other way. Morristown leads 11-8 here, midway through the first quarter. And we got a foul on Odell. Odell, is that his second too?
That is.
It's 2 on Logan, and that's going to bring Eldridge into the game. So the Chargers on the defensive end of the floor. Morristown looking to extend the lead. Keininger is fouled as the pass was fed inside. Maurer is going to get charged with this one.
Yeah, we kind of fell asleep there. We didn't have our feet set.
So Morristown inbound.
Maurer's first foul, team's third.
Klein is going to be the inbounder for the Yellow Jackets. Tried to get the backdoor play, didn't find it. Keininger is up top. And he gives it off to Krim. Krim guarded by Jones. He dribbles it to his right, kicks it back out there to Rinsel. Gets cut off by Eldridge. Passes it into the corner. Keininger bodying up there on Maurer, kicks it out. And Klein again. Morristown very methodical. They look to attack the lane, then they've been kicking it out here. 3-point game in the lane. Blocked away by Eldridge. And we'll see where the possession goes. It's going to go to North.
Go to the Chargers.
Good defensive play there by Eldridge, coach, to get his hand in there and block the shot away. Chargers fortunate to come up with it.
11-8 Yellow Jackets.
Chargers have been getting some good looks. We've just kind of had the lid on the rim here for the first few minutes. Only trailing by 3. Palmer in the lane, cut off, gets it back out. Jones lines up a 3. It's no good. Maurer gets the rebound, puts it up, can't go, and it goes off Eldridge after he couldn't handle the rebound.
Yeah, like I said, Coach, we've had lots of good looks. We're just not hitting the basket right now.
2 minutes to go here in the first quarter play, and now we bring a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Renzel is going to bring it up. I've got to either be above this bar or below this bar.
That's kind of the way with me.
Just depends on how my neck feels for the next 2 minutes. Morristown controlling the ball and the lead. Renzel guarded tightly there by Eldridge. He picks up his dribble, gives it off to Klein. Klein had it almost stripped away. Got it back, though. Chargers have had some good possessions here defensively. Morristown just been able to get the ball to go through the hole a few more times. Renzel gives it off. Again, they're very methodical, patient on the offensive end. In the lane, that is Keithley. He gives it off. Keininger gathers step, puts it up, and scores.
That gives 7 to Keininger in the first quarter, so he's got a good start.
13-8, 5-point game. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Jones with it, gives it over to Rennekamp. Chargers swinging around the perimeter. Trying to work inside and out and high and low. Palmer from 15 feet, kicks it out. 3 from Maurer, and he drills it. 3-pointer by Brady Maurer.
Brady Maurer gets on the board here. Got 35 seconds to go here in the Malone Staffing first quarter.
We'll see how Morristown elects to play it. 30 seconds to go. Renzel with it. Gives it off over to Klein. Klein back up top to Keithley. Between the circles here. 20 seconds to go in the first. Chargers trail by 2, 13-11. Looks like we're going to hold for 1 here. Saw each team just with 3 fouls in that first quarter. Here's a tough shot and score by Keithley. 1 second. Maurer gets off a shot. It's good if it goes, and it went off the back iron. No good. So 15-11. The Yellow Jackets out in front. 4-point game after the first quarter play. Stick with us. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Charger Basketball on WTRE Sports.
Your Greensburg H&R Block is open year-round. Give us a call to discuss business services regarding your bookkeeping, payroll, taxes, or advice. 812-663-7608.
Welcome back to Morristown High School. We're ready to start our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Chargers trailing the Yellow Jackets 15-11. Coach, the one thing I notice is that Morristown's getting to the basket without a lot of resistance. Not every play, but lots of plays, just like that last play there that Keithley, I think it was, got in the lane and got a good shot. And we've got to move our feet better and quit allowing them, I won't say direct drives to the basket, but drives where they're getting into the paint and getting really high percentage shots.
Yeah, we're getting over there, but it's almost a little too late, and they're already within range to fire. And then on the other end, we just got to get a few more shots to go down, getting good looks here. So we'll see how things go here in the second quarter play. The Chargers open up with the ball in front of the Morristown bench.
Looks like the Jackets are in a little 1-3-1 here. Putting pressure on the perimeter.
Rennekamp skips it across. Over to Palmer. Palmer back to Rennekamp. Gets his feet tangled up there almost. Gets it back. Jones attacks the short corner. Back up to Rennekamp. Got a guy underneath here. Jones lines up a 3. It's off to the mark. Rebounded by Eldridge. He puts up a shot and scores. Good rebound and score by Eldridge. Chargers trail by 2. And Coach, that 1-3-1, you got to continue to work the ball around and attack some of those corner areas. Here's a shot there, no good. And the Chargers get another opportunity to tie or take the lead here, trailing by 2. Let's see if Morristown stays in it. Looks like they're in 2-3 now.
2-3.
Rennekamp with it up top, now over to Morris. Again, it's one of those things that got to find some space in the middle. Good pass from Eldridge underneath. Another good pass and score. Palmer to Morris for 2.
Two nice passes there. One Bowen Eldridge that led the hockey assist. And
Chargers have tied a game, 15-all. 6:28 to play, second quarter. Chargers look like they're going to bring a little trap, and Rennekamp got in there. His arm got hooked. And we're going to get a foul on Owen. It is his first. And it should be the team first here of the second quarter. Coming back into the game is Rensel. He's going to give Hodgen, a break. Catching it in the backcourt is Krim. He brings it across the timeline for Morristown. He lines up a 3 from deep. It's no good. Rebounded out of there by Jones, and here comes Rennekamp the other way. Chargers and Morristown tied here at 15 apiece. Farmer, left wing, gives it up top to Owen Rennekamp.
Yeah, I think if we're patient here, we'll get our share of good shots.
Coach is going to spread them out.
Like he's running his little normal man-to-man offense here.
Here's a three-pointer. Rennekamp. It's no good. It hit the top of the backboard. Hit the support structure. 15-all. It's like that possession we just wanted to spread them out, Coach, and try to get some flashing and cutting, and had a good look.
We did.
Again, some pressure coming. Looks like we're going to bring that trap. Here's a nice one. Oh, it's turned over. Good trap from the Charger defense. Palmer came up with it, gets it ahead to Eldridge, who scores for 2. Chargers take the lead.
Good conversion there. Got her head up.
Pressuring again from the Chargers. Look like we're trying to get in some trap situations here.
Yeah, a little bit of that run and jump defense where when a guy turns his back, the backside comes over and traps.
Krim with it. In front of the Charger bench. Ejects the screen, dribbles to his right, puts up a tough shot. It's no good, and Jones comes down with another rebound. Here comes Rennekamp across the 10-second line, gives it over to Morris, left wing, gets it back over to Rennekamp up top. Chargers with the lead, 17-15 here, 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Again, Morristown, the 2-3 coach.
I like our patience. Again, going back to that little man-to-man offense that we run.
Rennekamp, shot fakes, dribbles right, gives it over to Morris in the corner. Chargers are sending guys through the lane to flash, trying to find some openings. There's one, Palmer. Shot fake, dribbles, and he traveled. Lost his balance. Chargers turn it over.
Third turnover.
We'll see. Now, Maurer comes back into the game, Coach, and if Morristown stays in that 2-3, that's going to give us maybe an opportunity to get some outside looks here from Brady.
A little full court man-to-man pressure here by the Chargers.
Chargers have not had a whole lot of pressure this year, Coach.
Watch for that backside trap.
They've got Keininger up top with it. He gives it off over to Krim. He lines up a 3. It's no good. And Rennekamp comes down with a rebound. Chargers an opportunity to extend the lead. Maurer lines up for 3. It's no good. And Jones with another hustle rebound. Over to Morris, who puts up a tough floater in the lane and scores off the back iron.
Nice little floating jump shot there by Mason Morris. So
timeout, Morristown.
Chargers have started out with an 8-0 run here to start our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. So looks like a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, just a 30,
so
Coach.
We'll keep it right here. But yeah, good start here in this second quarter for the Chargers. They've the one thing I like, we've done a really good job attacking in transition. Even though Brady didn't hit that shot, it gave us an opportunity to get the offensive rebound and tip it out. And so I like our.
And early in that first quarter, Coach, we struggled with them getting to the paint. But we've extended the pressure a little bit on those guards on the outside, and it's caused some havoc for them to get it inside the paint.
Yep, looks like Chargers are still going to pick up a little pressure here with three-quarter court pressure. They're going to try to keep the ball out of Krim's hand. Looks like Jones is kind of face guarding him.
Inbound pass goes to Keithley. And he brings it across. Eldridge is on him. Oh, that's not Keithley, excuse me. That's Hawk. Hawk is into the game. He's got 2 fouls, if I'm not mistaken, right, Coach?
Yes, that is correct.
Krim's got the ball up top, guarded by Jones. Keininger working. Little fake handoff action. Bodies up Morris. Or excuse me, not Morris, but Maurer, rather. Puts up a tough shot. It's no good. And again,
Good
Jones with the rebound.
Jones.
It's at least his 5th rebound here in the early going. Odell. The Chargers skipping around the perimeter. Jones,
There
Odell, corner three.
Corner, but boy, he wasn't
Shut the
even
door,
close
please.
on that one.
And the wind took
Yeah.
that one. That was way off the mark. Nonetheless, a good look for the Chargers in the lane. Tough shot. It's no good by Krim, and Jones comes back with it. Here comes Eldridge the other way. Chargers lead by 4. Odell lines up a 3 again. This time he's on the money.
Did a good job of getting his feet under him there. He was ready to catch and shoot. Nice 3 there by Logan Odell.
Chargers with the biggest lead of the game, 22-15 for either team, 7 points. Up top is Rensel. Comes off the ball screen, dribbling with the left hand, gets cut off. In the lane, the other way is Klein, who gets the ball stolen away from him. Rennekamp finally gathers it, gets it ahead, and we've got a
Well, I like our transition. I like our aggressiveness there, but Owen Eldridge just got to come to jump stop, as we often talk about. And I know he likes to come in there and jump stop. And
I was waiting for his spin, exactly.
Spin,
yep.
But they didn't allow him to have room. That's a 4th turnover by the Chargers.
North leads 22-15. 2:30 to go, second quarter. Hawk brings it across for Morristown.
And we had numbers on that transition, too.
Rensel, left-handed dribbler, turns
Good,
it over.
Good steal there by Rennekamp.
Rennekamp in transition. I thought they blew the whistle.
Now, Brady Maurer there with the follow-up, so another bucket for the Chargers. 24-15 Chargers.
Must have been somebody's foot. Their sneaker sounded like a whistle. Chargers lead by 9 here with Hawk with the ball up top. He gives it off to Keithley. A couple of these guys for Morristown got some pretty cool goggles, Coach. You notice that?
I actually hadn't.
I don't know if they're prescription goggles or not.
Now that you mention it, it does look like a bunch of Kurt Rambuses.
Who's that?
I knew you were going to say that.
Chargers on the defensive end have stoutened up here the last few possessions, and Keininger's not eating supper tonight. Maurer rejected that one and stuffed it into the surface. And looks like Eldridge is taking a seat. Is it? No, we've got.
Looks like Wyatt Reisman
checking in.
Yeah.
Here in the early going. Keininger up top. He took a 3 there from the top, the key earlier this game. Dribbling in the lane, that is Krim. He gives it off to Keithley. Jacket swinging around. Rensel off to Keininger. We've been fortunate. There's been a few times I thought Morristown could cut back door and didn't, and there's a tough shot and one by Krim.
Krim really went hard to the basket to the left side and threw it up there and went in. That's Cooper Palmer's first foul.
1 minute to go here in a pretty quick-paced game so far, Coach. We've just got a minute to go, second quarter.
There haven't been a lot of fouls or a lot of dead ball situations.
Krim's one free throw attempt is good. He gets the old-fashioned three-point play, and the Chargers' lead is now cut to 6. 24-18. Morristown looks like they're going to extend here a little bit. 2-2-1 pressure. Eldridge gets it across over to Rennekamp. Gets it back from Wiseman. Chargers again on the perimeter, working it around. We'll see how patient we are. 45 seconds to go, second quarter. Chargers lead by 6. Looks like we're going to go with 1. Morristown now back into their 2-3. So they went 2-2-1 back to 2-3 on this possession. Reisman back to Rennekamp. 27 seconds to go. Morristown does have some fouls to give here, Coach. We'll see if they get into a situation where they want to maybe get a foul if we get going to the basket. 15 seconds. Reisman, Rennekamp, Maurer, Eldridge in the lane, kicks it out. Reisman, gets it back, and we've got a jump ball situation. Oh no, they call a foul.
I think it's probably going to be a foul on
Reisman.
Reisman, yeah.
And luckily that was no harm, no foul, because that's the 4th foul on the Chargers and not the 5th. 0.9 to go. Would like to see a basket go in there on that final possession of the second quarter. Morristown to inbound.
Got a good look at it.
Oh, and he threw it away.
Like the Chargers are going to have it here on their own end.
Anthony Richardson that ball into the 5th row. And now the Chargers are going to have an opportunity here. 0.9 to go. Second quarter. Chargers in front of the Morristown bench, right in front of the screen here. Inbound pass. Comes down and,
Well, I wish Brady would have just caught that and
just
shot
went
it
up.
all in one motion there.
Nonetheless, Coach, a good second quarter sees the Chargers out in front, 24-18. We'll bring you some of those halftime stats after this break, but the Chargers lead by 6 here at the intermission. You're listening to Charger Basketball here on WTRE Sports.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
The Start Something New event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the boys at Acre have excellent rebates and incentives on every new vehicle on the lot, with a great in-stock inventory ready for delivery. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, Dan Rubel, or Steve Garwood for a great deal during the Start Something New event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg. Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has some great savings on tires. Right now through the end of February, you can get up to $180 back in online or mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And as part of the Goodyear Service Network, your repairs are covered wherever you travel. And farmers, the Goodyear service trucks come to you when tire problems arise on the farm. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg, phone 812-663-7551.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Welcome back here to Morristown High School, where the Chargers lead the Yellow Jackets 24-18 here at the half. And this is the Stones Farm Service halftime show. Halftime of tonight's game brought to you by Stones Farm Service, your Kubota dealer, quality equipment so you can just go mow. Kubota and Stones Farm Service on East Main Street in Greensburg, serving southeastern Indiana for over 30 years. Strong, stable, and still Stones. And Coach, while we're probably not thinking about mowing our grass, maybe like to push a little bit of snow here, but I'm sure Stones would hook us up there. But nonetheless, no pushing around the Chargers here in the first half of play. Good second quarter has got the guys in red out in front.
Yeah, I thought we really tightened things up defensively. The thing we talked about at the end of that first quarter was the fact that they were getting to the lane or the paint or whatever you want to call it a little easier than they should be. And I think we really did a good job pressuring them. We got the quarter started with some turnovers where we would jump them from the backside and trap, those kind of things, which led to some transition scores for us. But Chargers held the Jackets to only 3 points that quarter. That was an and one, the old-fashioned three-point play by Kellen Krim there right in the last couple minutes of the half. The thing that I like offensively is we've got good ball movement. We still have got to just knock in some shots. I know Logan Odell knocked in a three there and from the corner where he got his feet set, but other than Logan, Brady Maurer did knock in a three in the first quarter, but those three-point shots, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You don't want to be shooting too many of them, but we got to get people in position to knock those in to open this zone up a little bit so we can get a little bit more inside.
And we've had opportunities, Coach, in the, from the nail hole 4 or 5 feet lower than that and caught that. And that's something that we talk a lot about in our games and practices of shooting that 10, 15-foot jump shot. It's there. I'd like to see us more aggressive putting it up in those situations. But again, good to see that, some differences in terms of pressure that we brought definitely screwed with the psyche and the flow of Morristown there in that they had in the first quarter. So,
well, I would think that Morristown's probably going to come out and make some adjustments themselves. With a smaller lineup, they may try to half-court trap us a little bit. They may try to, come out with a three-quarter court or full-court press of some type just to kind of speed us up a little bit. But I'm sure that they're going to make some kind of adjustments in the half-court. As long as we stay grounded defensively, I don't see a lot of changes from them. But those are the things that really, from my standpoint, that Chargers have got to continue with.
Yeah, this, as we said, is the only the only game for the Chargers this week. Next week, Coach, we will be at home both Friday and Saturday for game against Batesville at home on the 31st, and then February 1st we flip the calendar and welcome the Tri-Titans to Cook Court there for a
and just a reminder
Saturday
people,
night game.
Friday night is the Hall of Fame induction night. I know Morristown kind of had theirs tonight. We have 3 great female athletes who will be inducted into the Hall of Fame on Friday night at halftime of the varsity game. I don't know if it's halftime.
It's probably in between, I think.
Probably between games,
yep.
Yeah. Rhonda and Angie Jobst, the Jobst sisters, who played alongside each other for a little while, but I think there might be a year or two difference between the two of those, but 2 really good athletes. And then Krista Nobby will be inducted. Krista passed away several years ago, but will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Another great female athlete for the Lady Chargers as well. So we encourage you to come out. One other reminder, I want to remind everyone about next Tuesday. First of all, tomorrow morning, our Lady Chargers travel to Lawrenceburg. That's a makeup game from early in the season. Should have been our opening game of the season and had to be pushed back because Lawrenceburg's girls soccer team had a great season and won the state, so we could not play that game with them, so it got pushed to tomorrow at noon. It'll be a noon tip-off for the Lady Chargers.
At JV first, right?
Yeah,
yep.
JV at Lawrenceburg. And then another reminder that Scott Johnson told us is that on Tuesday night next week, our Lady Chargers go to Hauser. And there's a little change because Hauser is playing a doubleheader that night. They have a makeup game with Oldenburg boys, so they're going to play the girls varsity game between North Decatur and Hauser in the main gym. It'll start at 6 o'clock. Again, that is a 6 o'clock start. And the boys varsity between Oldenburg and Hauser will follow that. Whereas in the auxiliary gym on court 3, Hauser and Oldenburg's JV team will play at 6 o'clock, followed by the girls' Hauser North Decatur JV game at approximately 7:30. So just a reminder, we'll try, I'm sure Todd will try to remind everybody. He's bringing the broadcast to everybody in the morning or tomorrow afternoon with the girls. So mark your calendars for that and watch for any social media posts that Athletic Director Scott Johnson puts out as well.
And hopefully we're out of the worst of the weather. I don't know if I've seen any scheduling conflicts on the horizon with regards to weather, but yeah, I'm over that, as I'm sure most of you are.
Girls season is quickly winding down. We have a game at Lawrenceburg tomorrow morning, at Hauser on Tuesday, and at Shelbyville next Thursday. And the IHSA tournament draw
Sunday
is on Sunday. So we'll find out who the Lady Chargers get to play in the sectional, which will be at Southwestern this year. So we'll find that out. I think that draw starts at 5 o'clock on Sunday, so people can tune into the IHSA network to find out what's going on with that. Well, we're about 25 seconds away from getting this third quarter started. Looks like it'll be Morristown ball to start the third quarter. I might go through the scoring real quick, Tyler. The Chargers were led by Owen Eldridge, who had 6 points off the bench. Brady Maurer had 5, 4 for Logan Odell, 2 for Cooper Palmer. Mason Morris also had 5, and Owen Rennekamp had 2 for our 24 points. The Yellow Jackets were led by 7 points of Colin Keiniger and 6 by Brady Keithland.
All right, so starting the third quarter of action here with Morristown controlling the basketball. Keithley with it, tries to find Keininger underneath. Hawk does, though, after he passes it to him in the corner. He posts up and scores and gets an easy 2.
Nice power move there by Keininger.
24-20. Chargers lead by 4. Their opening possession here of the third quarter.
Third quarter sponsor, Napoleon State Bank.
Odell with it on the right wing. Skips it across over to Rennekamp. Owen dribbles right, then left, gives it off. Odell attacks the baseline, pulls up from 15. It's no good, and rebounded out of there by Rinsel.
Yellow Jackets did making a change. They're in man-to-man defense now this half to start with.
Rinsel with the left hand, dribbles it left, kicks it back out for Hawk. Hawk spins it around. A corner 3 is no good by Keithley, and here come the Chargers the other way. In transition, Rennekamp slows it down, gives it off. Maurer lines up a 3 from the top of the key. It's no good. And Hawk comes down with a rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Krim with it the other way from Morristown. Gives it back up to Hawk near the top of the key. Rinsel with it. Now back to Hawk. And Coach Krieger sets up his play. In the lane is Keithley. Stops, pops, and can't get it to go. And we've got off of Maurer, it appears. No, he's going to correct himself. It is Charger ball.
Charger basketball.
I thought it could have been probably a foul on Keininger too.
Yeah, it did look a little bit like that.
But the Chargers get the ball back regardless. 24-20, 4-point lead. We've just started the third quarter. We're about a minute and a half in. Chargers led by 6 at the quarter. 6 at the, quarter or halftime break. Morristown is back within 4, and
turnover there by Odell.
Ball must have a magnet in it.
Let's see, 5th turnover for the Chargers. Chargers have taken pretty good care of tonight. I only got 2 turnovers for the Yellow Jackets.
Hawk with it across the timeline for Morristown. It's a backdoor play. Backdoor play. Yep, I could read it like a book.
Most teams run it from the other side, but the Yellow Jackets ran it from this side. So we got a 24-22 game. Chargers. Yellow Jackets have a
2-point lead now for the Chargers. Rennekamp dribbles it to his left. Stops, pops, dribbles it in the lane. Here's a shot up, no good by Palmer. He got his own rebound. There's a foul. So the Chargers draw the foul, and that's going to send Palmer to the line. It's at 55, looks like. Keiniger picks up his 2nd foul, Coach. And maybe the Chargers not quite as engaged as they were here to start on the defensive end as they finished that second quarter.
Cooper Palmer knocks in one of those by right auto free throws, but the Chargers up 25-22.
Palmer again. Eyes it, flies it, and rattles out. We got a tip, and it goes off of Jones. So it looks like Morristown will control it. Renzel's going to be the inbounder. See what kind of pressure the Chargers elect to bring.
It's like a little man-to-man three-quarter court.
Hawk, guarded tightly by Rennekamp, brings it across near the midcourt logo. He picks up his dribble. In trouble, gives it off over to Keithley. Keithley dribbles it left, back up top. Shot fake and drive by Krim. He finds a wide open man. Number 23, Keithley, drills the three, and we've got a tie game at 25. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Eldridge with it the other way for the Chargers. Palmer, back to Rennekamp. Eldridge, top the key, dribbles it left. Maurer, backs down Keiniger, or Keithley rather, and, oh my gosh. Coach,
Yeah,
they call a jump ball, and it's so weak. Just a weak call.
Yeah,
these are grown men.
First of all, it was too quick. Second of all, I'm not sure he didn't get fouled.
Anyway, inbound pass, perfect play and set up nicely. Eldridge gets two, and the Chargers go back out in front. Almost stolen away. He traveled.
I don't know if that's a new player now. I saw him working on that in practice yesterday.
Pass, almost stolen away. Keiniger got it back, and we got a foul after Keiniger got in there to get the offensive board. I think it's on Maurer.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Back to that jump ball, Coach. I understand that you don't want to let things get out of hand necessarily, but boy, oh boy. I mean, that was quick. Didn't hardly touch the ball. Shots up and no good.
Keiniger misses the first free throw.
Chargers still lead 27-25, 4:33 to go, third quarter. I know I supervised a junior high girls game the other night that they used the entire book for jump balls. Yeah, it's kind of the name of the game, though. Shots up and good by Keiniger. Almost think, Coach, that they ought to just let the clock run on jump ball situations.
Yeah.
Keep the game moving. At least we don't have to jump it every time. That would be a pain. Rennekamp with it. Chargers lead 27-26. Jones gives it off to Maurer right at the nail hole. He spins, puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Keiniger gets the rebound, but he lost it into the hands of Maurer. Puts it up and scores. Way to stick with it for the Chargers.
Good job of staying with it there. Jones kind of kept it alive, and
other end, Keithley.
Yellow Jackets make it easy on the other end.
Keithley came and drove to the hole. Keiniger did a great job of sealing his man off, pushing him up the lane, and gave the Yellow Jackets a chance at an easy two. Chargers lead by one. Palmer, corner three. No good. Maurer there for the offensive board. Gets it back again, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. He's putting up some rebounding numbers here.
Padding his stats there when he missed that first one.
Yeah, it looked like Angel Reese there for second. He got about 4 rebounds all off of his own miss. But good play to stick with it. Maurer shots up and good.
It's one of those by right auto free throws.
And this is kind of a developing here, Coach. I failed to mention that is the third on Keiniger,
yes.
So that is big for Morristown because he's kind of been their glue guy underneath.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go back to their zone here.
So
Maurer hits the second by right auto free throw. Chargers
with a little pressure now. Hawk with it. Dribbles it across. And we got a steal. And it's all on the ground. Jones comes up with it, gets it into the hands of Rennekamp. He puts it up. No good. He tipped around, and Maurer got it back and scored. And we've got a timeout. Morristown with the timeout. They trail 33-28. Chargers lead by 5.
Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. By the way, that was a Schuyler Brothers points in the paint by Brady Maurer. So We'll take a commercial break and be right back with more Charger basketball here on WTRE.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back to Morristown High School. 33-28 Chargers here in our Napoleon Bank third quarter. We kind of battled on the boards down there and got a couple of putbacks and gone to the free throw line, so good job of that. It's interesting, we were just talking about jump ball situation, short whistle on the other end.
Oh, exactly,
yeah. Down here, it was just all over the place, and I guess nobody really ever had possession of it, though, but that might be the difference. So, Morristown basketball.
Chargers going to be here in the three-quarter court. Looks like they're going to bring a little bit of man. They face guard there. That's Krim, who Jones is on. Jones has done a good job on opponents this year with using his athleticism to disrupt their offensive game. Krim gets it back. Now Renzel with it at the top of the key, gives it over to Keithley. Keithley. Oh, no. Chargers got caught in a ball screen, and unfortunately on the short end of the stick. But you know, you're entitled to that space too. But you know, we can talk about this at length. Jones picks up another quick foul, and he needs to just take a chill pill here for a second.
It's like Matthew Fields
comes in.
Check in.
Chargers with a 5-point lead, 33-28, 3 minutes to go here in the third. Krim with it, brings it across, gets Morristown set up. He attacks off the glass. Tough shot and score.
He does a really nice job of getting the ball up over. He's only 5'10", but does a really nice job getting the ball up over bigger defenders and getting high on the glass.
The other way, Chargers in the offense. Inside, Eldridge kicks it out. Fields swung around. Owen lines up a three from up top. It's no good. Again, offensive board. The Chargers can't come up with it. And it goes into the hands of Morristown. Renzel grabbed the rebound. Jackets down three. They can they can tie, trailing by 3. Oh, in the lane, little spin around shot's no good. Ball's tipped around. Maurer comes up with it. Chargers in transition. Ahead to Palmer. He kicks it back out to Maurer. Eldridge in the lane. Oh, great seal underneath.
Yeah,
and pass was excellent there.
Nice job by Owen Eldridge of spotting Cooper Palmer under the basket there. And Cooper was able to draw the foul, so he'll go to the line to shoot a couple of those by-right auto free throws.
Just the first foul there on Renzel. Third team foul on the Yellow Jackets. Each team with 3. There's a lot of threes on that scoreboard, Coach.
Yeah.
33-30, third quarter. Each team 3 fouls. 2:03 to go. Free throws good by Palmer. 34-30. Looks like Brady's going to take a seat. Odell checks in for him. We'll see if we don't bring some pressure here with this smaller lineup in. Shots up and good.
A couple of by-right free throws there for Cooper Palmer, so the Chargers extend the lead to 5.
Krim with it up top for 3. It's no good. Odell comes down with it. He's tripped. I didn't think they were going to call it, but they do.
Probably on Renzel.
Renzel, number 3, Renzel picks up the foul, and that is the 4th team foul. So we'll be shooting if there is another foul, as looks like Hawk takes a seat.
Looks like Maurer checks back into ball game for Fields.
Rustin Klein checked back in for the Yellow Jackets. 1:45 to go here in the Napoleon State Bank third quarter.
Yellow Jackets in their 2-3 zone that they've been in most of the game.
Inside, Eldridge, great move, gathers and scores.
Nice move there. One thing I've noticed about Owen tonight, he's slowed down a little bit, and that's really helped.
Good penetration from Morristown the other way. Shots no good. Offensive board and putback is good by Hodgson,
it looks
Hodgson.
like.
Chargers just can't pull away yet, Coach. 37-32, 5-point game. Chargers' biggest lead was 7, I believe.
Yes.
In the second quarter.
Trying to be patient here.
Rennekamp swings it around. Palmer inside. Eldridge gathers. Turnaround shot's good.
Nice look there by Cooper Palmer, and Owen Eldridge gets his 12th point of the night.
39-32. Chargers by 7. They've matched the lead, largest lead of the game. 40 seconds to go here in the third. Up top is Krim. Been impressed with Krim, Coach.
Yeah.
His skill level, his ability to get baskets where you think he probably shouldn't be.
Chargers have gone a little 2-3 zone here in the final 20 seconds, so Yellow Jackets holding for one shot.
Morristown will get the ball after the quarter break, so kind of a 2-for-1 deal here. Here's a three-pointer. It's up. It's no good. Rebounded by Eldridge with 4 seconds. They've got no fouls to give. Here he puts up a shot. It's no good.
Yeah, just a little
and
late
that's
there,
the way things will end up.
Another good quarter by the Chargers. They extend the lead to 7, so we'll take a sponsor break and be back with our fourth quarter right after this. This is Charger Basketball on WTRE.
The Start Something New event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the boys at Acre have excellent rebates and incentives on every new vehicle on the lot, with a great in-stock inventory ready for delivery. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, Dan Rubel, or Steve Garwood for a great deal during the Start Something New event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, 1407 North Lincoln in Greensburg.
Welcome back to Morristown High School, where we're ready to start our Russ Huber Ford fourth quarter, offering new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. That's Russ Huber Ford on North Lincoln Street in Greensburg.
Morristown band back in the house. He sounded pretty good, Coach.
Yeah.
Always glad when our band shows up to Cook Court. Brings a whole nother atmosphere to the game. Morristown controls the ball here to open up fourth quarter of play. Keininger with the ball.
Back in man-to-man.
Keininger backs down and turns it over.
Charger ball. Well, that's the fifth turnover. We've kind of evened the turnovers out. Both teams really played pretty well. 5 turnovers apiece.
Looks like we've got some sweat on the floor. Maybe that's why Keininger lost it out of bounds. His hand was wet.
I'm sure that was it.
That's what he'll tell his coach, Krieger. Chargers with the ball up 7. Just started the fourth quarter of play.
Chargers have Rennekamp, Maurer, Eldridge, Odell, and Fields in the ball game.
Owen gives it up top to Fields. Odell in the left corner, inside. Maurer kicks it back out. Fields lines up from the elbow. It's no good. And the rebound.
Good look, though.
Comes down to Krim. He's in the lane. He's going to be fouled. Rennekamp is probably going to get nailed for this one. It is on Owen. That is his second, team first. So Morristown inbound front of their bench. Rensel trying to find the inbounder on the post up. Keininger around the perimeter. Krim with it. Comes off the ball screen with a left-hand dribble. Gets cut off. Gives it off over to Klein. Now back outside to Keithley. Back to Klein. Morristown trying to find the best shot they've got. Trailing by 7 here. 7 minutes to go in the game.
Jackets being patient.
Long two is no good. Fields comes down with it. Into the hands now of Rennekamp. And we've got a foul.
Yeah, good job by Owen Rennekamp there of recognizing the defender coming up behind him. And
it's like 22, Coach. It's on Klein.
That's on Klein. It's his first.
Charger inbound. Goes in the backcourt to Rennekamp. Chargers with a 7-point lead.
The Yellow Jackets back to man-to-man here. Looks like we need to go inside to Brady Maurer if we can.
Mouse in the house. He's going to have to clear the lane. Odell gets a pass back by Odell, and he hits it.
Big three there by Logan. That kind of extends our lead to 10 for the first time tonight. So
42-32. Chargers by 10. Morristown with the basketball is Klein. Gives it off to Rensel. Again, Morristown down 10. They're going to have to start playing with a little bit more tempo here. Here's a drive in the lane, kick out. Rensel three from the opposite corner is good. Rensel buries the three.
His first points of the night. Cuts the lead back to 7.
With 6 minutes to go here. Rennekamp near the midcourt logo. It's a big M here at Morristown there on midcourt. Fields with it.
Just need to be patient here. Need to get some movement. They're in man-to-man. We've got to get some player movement and some ball movement.
Fields with it. Left wing, right wing rather. Gives it off. Shuffle pass out of there and round to the top of the key. All the way back to Rennekamp, back in his hands. Guarded tightly by Klein. Rennekamp gets by him, gives it off. And I tell you what, Odell
turnover there. Be the 6th of the game for the Chargers.
If Morristown goes on a little run here these last couple possessions, we're going to be kind of kicking ourselves here. Nonetheless, Chargers got to get a defensive stop here. Up by 7. Just got to try to put Morristown away here. 5 minutes to go. Great play defensively. Individual effort there by Rennekamp. And we've got a timeout.
It's like Coach Krieger is going to call a 30-second timeout, so we'll leave it right here. We're having a little bit of a challenge adjusting to their changing defense because they're going from 2-3 to man, and we finally got some movement there, but it took us a while to get into it. And got to steal. You got a 7-point lead here with 5:03 to go. Not that you don't want to come down and hold the ball, but you want to be patient here. Use some clock every time down the floor. Get the best shot possible. Don't be in a big hurry because they're the ones from behind. They're going to have to take some chances and gamble a little bit, and they may commit fouls. Both teams just have one team foul at this point, so.
Yeah, Keininger back into the game for Morristown. He's been plagued with foul trouble. He's got 3, I think, Coach, still.
Yep.
So he's back into the game. Another backdoor play, and we've bid on it. And now we'll get a free throw opportunity for Morristown. And if you're the Chargers, the last thing you want them to do is score with the clock stopped.
Exactly. That'd be Logan Odell's 3rd foul.
Chargers in the lead by 7, but the clock is stopped here momentarily for the free throws from Keithley. First one up is good. Cuts the lead to 6 here. The second one coming. I think those are prescription goggles.
I would say
they would almost have to be, I guess. Otherwise, why would you put them on? I mean, they do look cool. Shots up. No good. Rattles in and out, but we got a foul on Rensel as Jones got the rebound.
Jones did a good job of running that loose ball down, even though we didn't come up with a rebound real clean. 42-36 here in our Russ Huber 4th quarter. Chargers on top of the Yellow Jackets. Looks like Morristown's going to stay in their little zone defense here. Come out and trap maybe on the wings.
Rennekamp with it. Gives it over around the perimeter. Chargers again, like we said, methodical.
Well, I wish we'd really look in that high post area. Owen Eldridge is almost begging for the ball in there.
Oh, good high-low action, and Palmer couldn't handle it. He does get it back. Chargers swinging around, and we've got a traveling violation on Eldridge.
It's a 7th Charger turnover.
How many of those, Coach, have just came in the second half? Do you remember?
I don't break it down.
More than half, wasn't it?
I think we had 4 at halftime maybe. So
Morristown with the ball, trailing by 6. Inside, pass and score by Keininger.
We got lost there in a screen, and nobody talked.
42-38. Morristown won't go away. 4-point game, 4 minutes to go, fourth quarter.
Yellow Jackets coming out and put a little more pressure on.
Maurer, deep three was no good, and he traveled. Keininger on the rebound. I think we were fortunate there, Coach.
That's the 6th turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, we...
Those two guys were, I think, rebounding, looked like boxing each other out. And Eldridge just went out of the way, and Keininger lost his balance. All right, Chargers with it. 4-point game, under 4 minutes here in the contest. Jones with it. Again, Morristown in the zone defense. Rennekamp up top, inside. Eldridge kicks it back out. Good ball movement from 15. Rennekamp, Scott, is good.
Really good. That was a really good, patient possession there.
It's one of those areas, Coach, we talk about just pleading them to score from.
Yep.
In the lane, Keininger, tough shot, blocked out of there by Maurer. Good hustle by Jones.
Yep.
Tried to save it. Chargers will be on the defensive end. Good hustle. Both Maurer and Jones on that play.
Yeah, and the key there, too, was Jones was in good position to help.
Made the shot for Keininger very tough. Inbound play coming in here. Hawk gives it up top to Rensel near midcourt. And Morristown with it. Trailing by 6 in the lane. Keithley, he traveled. No call. Rebounded out of there. Chargers can't get it.
We got to come up with that rebound there. We kind of went after it with one hand, and you just got to.
Spin move in the lane. Tough shot. Should have got a foul called, but the Chargers catch a break. Here's Eldridge the other way in transition. Good little shimmy shake, and he's going to draw the foul.
I wish we could have hit that one. That would have been a nice and one opportunity there.
That's on number 33. That is Hawk.
That's his 3rd, I think. Yep, that's what I've got for him.
Chargers by 6.
Eldridge going to the line for a couple of by-right auto free throws.
Needs at least one here to make it a 3-possession game. He misses the first. We talk about games of possession, things like that, Coach. 2-possession game at this moment. Up 6. We'll see how this one goes. It's short. And rebounded by Hawk.
Yeah, he just never got that one high enough to.
And wide open layup on the other end.
You know, Keininger did a great job of just outrunning us down the floor there.
44-40. Chargers by 4. Looked like they were going to go up by 8, and now it's a 4-point game. Big swing there. Very important possession here for the Chargers on offense. 4-point game. 2:20 to play in the contest. Rennekamp near the midcourt. Here is Eldridge in the lane. Kicks it back out. Chargers again being patient here. 2 minutes to go. Rennekamp on the Yellow Jacket. Just playing keep away here, Coach. You like this strategy. Just got to come away with some points. Maurer lines up, big 3. It's no good. Tipped around, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, Brady Maurer must be about 1 for 12 or 15 from the 3-point line. We've got to get him to shoot and make some shots on the perimeter.
Yeah, not his best shooting night, but the Chargers still with an opportunity to win here. 44-40, 4-point game. 1:40 to play. Hawk brings it across, guarded by Eldridge.
Palmer checked in for Maurer there. Like a hold on Xander Jones there.
Jones is going to get hit the foul.
I think that's his 3rd.
I thought Krim probably did a good job there of selling that one.
Yeah, he did.
90 seconds left here in the contest. Chargers in a 4-point lead.
We just really got a rebound here.
Each team with 3 fouls apiece. Chargers do have the next jump ball if we get into that situation. Hawk with it. Here's the 3-pointer. Krim, shots up, no good. Rebounded out of there by Odell.
Yes,
We've got a double dribble.
I don't know what he was thinking there. I mean, first of all, you probably don't want to hand the ball to Owen Eldridge right there.
Yeah.
And that's who he was looking at. But, you know.
Chargers with a costly turnover. Let's see if we can get another stop here. Inbounds pass from Hawk. Here's a tough shot by Krim and got to the basket.
Nice little runner there by Krim.
44-42. Chargers with a 2-point game. 1 minute left here in the contest. Rennekamp brings it across.
Yellow Jackets can take some chances because I was going to say
we got a timeout.
Okay, I was getting ready to say they had one foul to give there, so Coach Met's going to call a timeout here to try to set something.
Well, Coach, got under a minute to go here. Chargers up by 2. What do you expect here from Morristown out of this timeout? Some trap or?
I would think so. You know, they're not going to let a whole lot of time tick off before
they do have one foul to give.
Before they foul, and maybe even foul twice if they don't get it back. I would say Coach will probably put Brady Maurer back in the ball game just to give us some size, give us another perimeter threat, and but at the same time, you know, we've got the lead here. We've got to be concerned about defensively getting a stop on the defensive end, regardless of whether it's a 2-point game or whether it's a 3 or 4-point game. We've got to really focus our attention defensively. But looks like the ball will be out on the side opposite our bench, so Coach is going to try to set something up. Morristown, I would think, would come out in some kind of a, I would assume probably some kind of a trap, but
yeah, so Morristown and North Decatur both with 3 team fouls, so each team has a foul to give if they were in a situation where they needed to foul or maybe wanted to stop a possession. We're under a minute to go. Chargers up by 2, and you just can't avoid any costly turnovers at this stage of the game.
Morristown in a man-to-man.
Palmer with the basketball, guarded by Rensel. Into the hands of Odell. Palmer with it up top. He dribbles in the lane, gives it off.
That's the thing about Morristown. They can take some chances here because they have that foul to give.
And who knows, they might not call it. And we do have a timeout.
Yep. And I think that's only our second timeout, so we still have plenty of timeouts to use. Looks like it's going to be a
I think it is going to be a
full timeout. So we'll take a couple sponsor break and be back with the conclusion of Charger basketball here on WTRE.
Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has some great savings on tires. Right now through the end of February, you can get up to $180 back in online or mail-in rebates on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And as part of the Goodyear Service Network, your repairs are covered wherever you travel. And farmers, the Goodyear service trucks come to you when tire problems arise on the farm. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg, phone 812-663-7551.
Welcome back to Morristown High School, where we have a 2-point ball game with 39.7 seconds left here in our Russ Huber Ford fourth quarter. Chargers on top, be their basketball on their half of the floor. And again, I'm sure Morristown, I would think that they would probably want a foul to give that early foul, maybe in the first 10 seconds here.
Yeah, if they don't get the steal.
Yes.
Palmer to inbound it, gives it to Maurer. Maurer gives it over to Palmer and almost turned it over. And we got lucky because I think we were half a dribble away from losing the possession.
Yep.
So 34.7 to go here in the game. Chargers now inbound in front of their bench. Morristown is out of fouls to give. They've got 4 on the board. The next one will send us to the free throw line. And who do we want shooting, Coach? We got a timeout.
Yep. Couldn't get it in, so you know, I would think that Brady would be our best free throw shooter in there right now. Cooper is a pretty good free throw shooter, but hard to tell. I think that's our third timeout, so we've still got a couple of timeouts if we need them.
Now, Coach, do you put the best free throw shooter as the inbounder to get the ball right back, or first catch at this point?
I normally did not do that. I wanted my best free throw shooter inbounds. I wanted my best passer, whoever that was, best decision maker taking the ball out of bounds.
Yep.
But, you know, sometimes that is your best free throw shooter, so it's just kind of have to pick your poison there.
So the Chargers up by 2. Morristown really got back into this game by just going to the basket. And they'll need another one of those if they want to come away with a win here. But the Chargers up by 2. And they're going to call a foul on Rennekamp. A push off, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't get a clear view.
I thought he flopped. But this guy has been Mr. Hero official all night, calling things out of his zone, but it's neither here nor there. So the Chargers with a turnover.
34 seconds to go. 44-42 Chargers. We just need a defensive stop here.
30 seconds to go. Morristown can win it with the 3.
The bad thing about that offensive foul, Coach, is that gave up our foul we had to use.
Hawk with it. Krim, you'd expect the ball would come through his hands. Here's Keiniger in the lane, and we got a foul. And really, Coach, I don't mind that foul because they didn't let him score.
Exactly.
It was a tough foul.
Yep, he's got to convert 2 free throws now. But the big thing here is we've got to rebound. Looks like Brady Meyer will probably be checking in on the.
We've got 2 timeouts, right, Coach?
I think.
At least one.
I don't remember us calling one early in the first half there. And I know we've called 3 here in this fourth quarter.
Do you ice him here on the second one?
I don't think I would.
Keininger's shot is up, and he got it to go. The thing was halfway down, came back out and went back in. So 44-43, Chargers by 1 point with 18 ticks on the clock. Both teams will be shooting the rest of the way, regardless if it's on the floor or not.
Got to rebound the ball here.
Keininger's shot is up. He missed it. Rebounded by Jones. And it's going to be a foul on number 3, Rensel. Big rebound there by Jones. He's had so many tonight, Coach, especially in that first half of rebounds. And Jones has an opportunity here to put the Chargers in front by at least 2.
15.3 seconds to go. I'm not sure what Morristown's timeout situation is. I'm guessing.
They can't have much more than 1.
That was Rensel's 5th foul, by the way.
So it'll be 2 shots here.
Yeah, I would think that Morristown would be down to probably their last timeout.
44-43, Chargers by 1 point. 15 seconds.
Chargers still, we think, have 2 timeouts remaining.
Jones' shot is up and got it to go.
Got the roll. Good for him.
45-43. That ball died on the top of the rim, Coach, and dropped in. Second one is up, and it is no good. 45-43. Was that over and back?
I think it was.
We got a timeout.
I couldn't tell the ball handler was that, but the guy coming from the back court, he wasn't in the front court yet. But like I said, maybe
I don't think that score is right either. The scoreboard says 46-43. I think it's 45-43.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because we had a 1-point lead, or a 2-point lead. And
okay, she's got it fixed. Yep, 45-43.
Yep. 7.7 seconds to go here. I'm guessing that might have been Morristown's last time out, but the big key here is we've got to rebound. We can talk about them shooting a shot, making a shot, and we can't give them an opportunity. I've seen it happen so many times in the game where you do a great defensive job and then don't get everybody blocked out.
You've got to think the ball's going to be in Krim's hands here in the last 8 seconds, and he's probably going to go to the basket on some sort of action.
I would think so too, and if he makes a shot, he makes a shot. We can't give him an and one.
Right.
We can't get in a situation where somebody else gets an offensive rebound and puts it in. We have a 2-point lead, so if you know what I would do if this were me coaching Morristown, I would be playing for the win.
Yeah.
I'd be playing for a 3-point shot here. But they haven't
7.7 to go. Under 8. And Keiniger. That's got to be his last one now. Timeout, Morristown.
Almost sure that's his last timeout.
It'll be a full timeout Morristown uses it with 7.7 to go.
We did a great job there. Coach Metz took whoever was supposed to be guarding Keininger, who was taking the ball out of bounds, off of them and helped inside and helped on cutters and kind of forced him to call that timeout. So Chargers with a 2-point lead here in a really tight ball game.
Again, always a great battle when these two schools get together here in conference play. Always a tough place to play, Coach, on the road.
It is, yep.
And tonight's been no different. Morristown was down 10 at 2 or 3 different times, and the Chargers give Morristown credit. Just couldn't be put away by the Chargers. So we're here with 45-43 score, 7.7 seconds to go. Morristown inbound it. Now this time, instead of Keininger taking it out, it's going to be Hawk, and I'd be skeptical. He might get it back here for a chance at 3. He's trying to get it inbounds. Almost 5 seconds. Keithley gets it. He attacks in the lane. He puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebound. No good. No good. And that's the way it's going to end up. Missed layup by Keininger. As the clock expires, that thing stood up on the rim for seemed like an eternity.
It did.
And the Chargers come away with the win.
And even the shot before that Keithley took going to the basket was a good shot, and I thought it was going to go in. And I was about to say, see there, I told you we need to block out and make sure they don't give that second opportunity. But Chargers kind of hung on there, which is good for them. Good conference road win, which is what we like to see. And that's the way our ball game ends. So 45-43 Charger victory, and we will take some commercial breaks and be back with Coach Metz and talk about the wrap-up of this game right after this. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy-Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's Used Car Superstore, Buy-Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's Used Car Superstore.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back here to Morristown High School for tonight's wrap-up show, brought to you by Taft Furniture. Time to go home and get in the Lazy Boy. If you don't have one, Taft Furniture has this area's largest selection of Lazy Boys. Score with a Lazy Boy. Coach Metz is here behind us, Coach, and I'll turn the mics over to him. And okay, Coach is working on his stats here. You're good. You're good. Coach, a nail-biting win, but win nonetheless, and your guys find a way to pull through down the stretch. So.
Yeah, it was, and that's what I told them in the locker room. You know, sometimes the game bounces a certain way, and what we think maybe should be a 10 to 12 point victory. A 2-point victory on the road against a conference and a sectional opponent to keep getting better and see the kind of teams that we're going to see in sectional play. It's all good things from here. No coach, I think if they tell you they like playing in close games, they're probably lying to you. But we haven't had a ton of these where it's down to the wire and we have to execute with little to no time remaining on the clock, whether we have the ball or whether we have to get a defensive stop. And whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever, we did some things that we can put on film to learn from tonight.
Yeah, and it was good tonight. Morristown played a little bit different defenses than what you've seen to help you prepare for that. And I thought the guys did fairly well at handling those adjustments.
They did, and they probably transitioned from defense outside of Lawrenceburg, going back and forth from man to 2-3, probably more so than any other team that we played so far. So from the standpoint of being able to adjust on the fly, it's a good situation for us because there'd be times in the timeout where I'd say, hey, if they're man, we're doing this. If they're zone, we're doing this, and we got to be able to execute it. So I agree with you there. I commend our kids for recognizing the different defenses that we're seeing and adjusting to it and being able to handle it.
Now, we had some turnovers that were kind of head-scratchers down the stretch, but I thought the guys did a great job in key situations of getting really important rebounds, and that was something that Coach and we talked about early on. And, just throughout the game, seemed like whenever we needed a rebound, we got that down the stretch.
Yeah, all except for the last one.
Right.
And it about bit us. But
yeah.
That's what I told these guys. You're not always going to come in and shoot 45, 50% from three, especially when you're on the road. And I thought down at South Decatur last weekend, even though we weren't hitting shots, sometimes when offense gets tough and offense gets heavy, your best offense is an offensive rebound and maybe a putback. And I agree with you. There were multiple times tonight where we'd have what I would call a quality, efficient look, and it just wouldn't go down for whatever reason, and we'd have guys crashing the glass to help create extra opportunities. And I thought that was a key factor for us tonight.
Yep, so turn the page here from Morristown. You've got Batesville, I think, and Try next week. What do you know about those guys? What are some things that you feel like your club needs to improve on moving forward?
Looking at our next weekend, it's going to be a good test for us at this point in the season because one could argue probably from a back-to-back opponent perspective, it may be one of our tougher double weekends going on in the year. We know that mostly, at least the last 2 years, we're probably going to see a variance of a 2-3 zone with Batesville. And they've got probably one of the best, if not the best athlete on our schedule in Cade Kaiser, who we're going to have to do a really good job as a team defending him. I thought tonight we slipped a little bit trying to take out the Crim kid, and he's small and fast, whereas Cade is big, strong, and fast. So we're going to have to defend much better as a team to kind of limit Batesville. And then going into Try, it's going to be another sectional opponent for us, which right now we've knocked off Edinburgh. We've beat Morristown. Not that you play head games or anything like that, but I want, as we go down the line with every single one of our sectional opponents, you've got a W in the bag against them. You've got the confidence that you've been there, you can beat them, you know what they're going to do, you know their personnel. And Try beat us last year in kind of a crazy, hectic game for us, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting to play them again this coming Saturday just to kind of see where both teams are at. Because if you believe in Jeff Sagarin right now, both of our teams sit at the top of our sectional. Not by a withstanding margin from the rest of the other six, but this will probably give a good indication of who's going to be, quote-unquote, considered sectional favorites.
And you know that it always happens. And if you've got to win 3 sectional games, one of those games you're probably not going to shoot the ball as well as what you need to. And there were stretches where, I don't know how many did Brady coach end up with. Just 11, I think. Didn't shoot the ball tremendously well. Had some, we were a little streaky from the outside and still found a way to win. So that's got to give the guys a little bit of confidence. Maybe didn't play their best from a shooting perspective, but still had an opportunity and came through with a win.
And I look at that stat line of points, and that's who we are. All right, Brady has had some games where he's got into the upper 20s, and he's capable of doing that. There may be a night where he's just really feeling it, and when Brady gets hot, Brady gets hot. But one thing that I look at that has been sorely missing for us was the contributions of our what I would have considered our highest point per game score coming into this year in Owen Eldridge. He's kind of going through, the yip, so to speak. When he gets the ball around the basket, he's second-guessing himself. He's questioning himself a little bit. But we had a good conversation on Monday about, just release the expectations of having to score. Just go out and play the game, and what happens, happens. And I thought when he got the ball around the rim in practice this week, he was just going up and finishing. He wasn't trying to be fancy. He wasn't trying to do up and under and falling away, and it was just simple pound cake, as Coach Cook and Coach Jordan used to say back in the day. But I look at this stat sheet, and I see 6-2s, and I thought he finished well around the rim. He slowed down, I agree.
Yeah, so, again, great conference win tonight here on the road. Good sectional win, sectional opponent win. Coach, good luck this week in practice, and we'll see you next weekend. Two big games. Yep. Appreciate the time, Coach.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Well, those are our comments from Coach P.J. Metz after tonight's win here against the Morristown Yellow Jackets. And, Coach, before we wrap things up, I want to go through our final scores and statistics there for the Chargers.
Yeah, as we talked about briefly there, Owen Eldridge led us in scoring tonight with 12 points, followed by Brady Maurer with 11. Logan Odell had 7 points on a couple of threes and 1 for 2 at the line. 5 points apiece for Mason Morris and Cooper Palmer. Free throw for Xander Jones and 4 points for Owen Rennekamp. The leading scorers for the game were with the Yellow Jackets. They were led in scoring by Colin Keiniger. He had 15 points, followed by Braden Keithley with 14, Kellen Krim with 9, 3 from Owen Renzel, and 2 from Hodgson. So Chargers come away with a 45-43 conference win. So good for them. Puts them at 3-1 in the conference now. Is that right?
That's right. Yep.
So they're
solo second.
Yep. There you go. But appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And as we mentioned, Chargers won't be in action again until next Friday when they're at home with Batesville Bulldogs, and it's a Hall of Fame night. So if you can, come out and congratulate our Hall of Fame inductees on Friday night. And if not, Tyler and I will be bringing you the game here on WTRE. And again, a reminder, our girls are at Lawrenceburg tomorrow with the JV tip-off at noon, followed by Tuesday night's game at Hauser, which will be a 6 o'clock varsity tip, followed by a 7:30 JV tip in the auxiliary gym. So mark your calendars for that one. Well, Coach, that's all I've got. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Thanks, Jaden, for doing a great job. You didn't have to move that camera a whole lot tonight. We had a little different angle up here, but that makes Jaden's job a lot easier, too. Well, this is Gary Cook for Tyler Johnson and Jaden Lawrence, and appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Good night.